What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I am doing this as a video, but through my stream right now. So you can listen to it live, and for those of you who don't see this live, you can watch this later. I want this all documented because I've unfortunately been through it before with UFL. Now, do I think the goals development team is much better than strikers who developed UFL? Yes, I absolutely do. But here's the bottom line. You're staring at my screen right now for my Discord because I'm going to show you some examples of stuff, and then the gameplay, I'll get into that, but you can also just go play goals yourself and then go play FC, eFootball, UFL, right? Everything but FC is free to download. So if you already own FC, you could play that too. If not, you could play eFootball, UFL, or you could watch my gameplay. But the bottom line is this: how the goals alpha was and the way everybody was playing it was much better than what you're seeing with this goals open beta. Now, up to this point, I did not face anybody that was just using exploits. Literally, Ivan used nothing but lofted through balls. I put my first post in the Discord and forever and said, dude, this same pass that was the #1 problem in the alpha is still in the game now, ruining it. If this isn't removed, players are just going to tear down the game. The founder responds, this is getting taken care of in the patch that is out now, which we'll get into that. Okay, so that's great. Let's assume that the lofted through ball is taken care of right this second, that I can't go off of a kickoff and just lofted through ball or send a player like that Turbulence did the one goal where he sent a player, waited 5 minutes and sent it. Okay, let's assume that that's gone. Then you got these defenders bunching up, and Renegade Kami shows it right here. Right? Let's say they fix this, by the way, but I'm going to show you the problem. You have this issue right here, okay, where you're going to see the defenders all bunch up, but he was wondering why this happened, all right?
All right, so exhibit.
And I'm going to tell you how I found out how this happens. Ball's out wide, defenders go to cover it. This is his opponent with the ball. Now watch what his defenders do as he plays the ball from the outside in. Look where his defenders go. He just showed his one defender just ran off into the net. And all this player had to do was wait until the defenders ran and bunched up, then play in the middle and score. So from here, I'm going to go show you. I've already showed it in the previous video, actually. This Turbulence guy. I'm beating him. I'm up 2-1. I'm outplaying him. First half, they tell me, oh, he's 40-0 or something. I'm wondering how, right? You go back and watch the game yourself. He isn't playing good football. He isn't showing anything. But then, of course, there comes the lob through ball that puts him up 3-2. And then he starts dribbling away from the goal sideways, turns around, plays the ball back in the middle, and then just dribbles up and scores. No, like, up, back, and throughs. No skill move to beat a defender. Nothing good. It was this exact thing, but in a different way, right? Put the ball out to the side. Now, listen why this is important. Because afterwards, I was like, I talked to him. I was like, he's like, I've tried to fix the game before. I've sent these notes to the devs, but yet here you are continuing to use this trash that's ruining the game. And in my video of this, I'll have overlays of the actual game I'm talking about. Here you are still using this trash. So if you're saying you're trying to fix a game and you're trying to promote the game and you've posted in the Discord, hey guys, this needs to be fixed and this needs to be fixed. Yet, look what you say you're doing. You're still using all the broken stuff, which, by the way, guys, you've seen all the promotion I've done for the game. You've seen my highlights. I didn't even know all of this was in the game until I played this Turbulence guy. Right? And look what he says right here as to why he's continuing to use this broken stuff. Wouldn't you think you would use it and then try to play good football as if you are playing the game that you want goals to be, not what you're reporting to the devs to remove, and then you go out and use it against a bunch of players trying the game for the first time or wondering if they're even going to stay and play the game or if they're going to go back to the 3 other choices. But you got a guy like Turbulence that says, all the top players abuse this stuff. So I only scored 1 glitch through ball, by the way. The rest of his goals were like this. And he didn't mention that as if this isn't a glitch too. Play anything you do to take advantage of something broken in the game that shouldn't be in the game is an exploit. That's what it is. And the bottom line is, When you're playing like this, whether you have an excuse to justify it or not, which Turbulence says his excuse is, all the top players are playing like this, it doesn't mean anything. You could say somebody had a gun to your head, so you played like that. All that matters is that that's what players are seeing the game is like. If you're streaming it or making content, God forbid, that's what they're seeing from Turbulence and all these other players exploiting this stuff. When they're playing against these guys, that's what they're seeing. So what does that do? Exactly what it did in UFL. It chases players away. So now, when the game comes out and you're wondering, what, man, this has the same amount or less players in UFL, you can thank people like Turbulence. And it's not just him. I mean, we're in the middle of talking about this stuff. And literally, as we were, I got a message from the goals dev, and I ended up winning this video clip contest. So I got a code, and I'm not even thinking about that. I'm talking about the game being in shambles. That's all I could think about. Not even thinking about this coder getting a player. And then I realized, like, oh, wait a second. These guys are a bunch of rats that I'm talking, a decent amount that I'm talking to. Within 2 seconds, Corb steals it. I call it. I said, I know who did this. I guarantee it's probably Corb. Sure enough, he's like, oh man, this player is really good too. Right? He steals a player, which is hilarious. It's fine, except for the fact that you get where the game goes to shit, because players like Corb and them aren't worried about the game looking like shit. They aren't worried about making the game. They're worried about the ranked challenge and fucking going out and putting highlights of broken shit in the game so they can get a stupid badge that says Beta King or Beta Pro or something. That's literally the challenge that these guys are all going crazy for and making the game look like shit. Now, Goals devs are doing a great job to try to make a great game. They put out this challenge, right? Top 20 players in the world are going to get these Discord permanent like badges or whatever they're called. The top guys like the Beta King, the 2 through 10s like the Beta Champ, and the 11 through 20s like Beta whatever, dude. You see what I'm saying? And it's just by your name. Oh my God, it's going to call me the Beta King. So you got all these guys. Look who's right up top. And I called this before, like right when he steals a code from a video clip contest, like, oh my God, I can get a free player. As we're talking about how the game's in shambles. You see what I mean? He doesn't give a shit that the game's in shambles. He's going to go in and keep playing to get this stupid fucking Beta King thing. And then look who else is on here. Sure enough, Turbulence. Right? Now, I'm not even thinking about this stuff because I want Goals to be as good as it can be. Just like most anybody would, because nobody wants to play a game where you play the same players over and over like in UFL, how UFL turned out, because the game goes to shit. And these are the type of players that are pushing that, whether they know it or not. So when I post this video, just like I did in UFL, you guys come back to this and remember that I called it. So now when you go up against these guys that are worried about the wrong thing, right? That are more worried about getting wins to get some stupid badge than actually helping the game. Because why else would you use exploits? Why else would you be sitting there? And like, this is from a corner, but this just gives you a little example. This is pre-patch. We'll go see what this patch did. But all you got to do is go away from the goal and then go back across like he does here. And it creates a gap because the defenders bunch up and you score. The same thing that made FC26, one of the many things that made FC26 so terrible. Tell me that wasn't the exact replica of driving the byline in FC26, working the ball back around until you could get a tap in from your striker. And by the way, this Turbulence guy comes from FC26. The last time I checked, Goals isn't trying to be some knockoff FC26 because UFL tried that and it didn't work. But these guys, because they want to come in and get wins for nothing, right? How many players do you think guys like this have chased away with this line of thinking and playing the way that they are? Oh, well, all the top players abuse it too. Congrats, bro. So all the top players can play against each other and the Goals devs are just going to keep the game going for you guys. Is that how your stupid mind works? Like, It's very easy, and it's exactly what Kami says here. This is the same type of thinking that made eFootball players use Smart Assist. It is. They would go, well, the other guys are doing it too. The other guys are doing it too. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if the other guys were using it. Doesn't matter if, oh, well, I really want to be Beta King. It doesn't matter if whatever excuses you can come up with. And the goals devs have to realize there's going to always be players like this. There's tons more turbulences. And there's not enough rats to keep this game going. If you don't know that, look at UFL. That is a perfect game for players like this to go and just abuse things. But there's not enough of them. The reason why goals, I believed in it so much, and many players were finally willing to give it a chance. A lot of people were like, oh, it looks cartoonish, doesn't have real players. But the people who were finally willing to give it a chance did so because it didn't have all the AI BS. It wasn't just another FC. It wasn't just another UFL with all the exploits, right? So if me and another player ended up playing the game, right, the right way, goals will look great. But that would be pointless. That would be a misrepresentation because we all know that as long as the game can be abused in different ways, players will do it. So as I'm showing you guys this and showing you some of the thought processes behind these rats, keep in mind the gameplay that you're experiencing right now. That's the biggest thing you have to think about, right? Because if we go watch, I did it earlier, if we go watch a goals game right now, and this is pre-patch, let's hope that they fixed everything in this last patch, which of course it would be normal to think they're going to need more time, but let's assume they fix everything, then that's perfect. That is perfect. I'll shut up and I'll celebrate because I want this game to succeed, which is why I'm saying this. But all of this has to be talked about. It's important because these type of players aren't going to go anywhere. They're going to listen to this no matter how much it makes sense to them. They're going to go, what is he talking about? I'm not doing this or that. But then you see all the players that will come and make videos like you saw in UFL. And players like this still, or showing the highlights that where a player was using an exploit or whatever. Or even like I did, showing the gameplay where if you have eyes, you see how bad it looks. It's not regular goals, right? So the bottom line is, if the goals devs don't approach the game thinking about players like this, with this line of thinking that will break anything they can, right? And they clearly weren't thinking that because when they put out that challenge, the beta challenge, right? Which I'll show you it real quick. This right here. Rank challenge. This is what many of these guys are going crazy for, using every exploit possible, not playing the game to showcase how good it could be, or finding an exploit, reporting it to the devs, and then playing regular like a normal person. They're going crazy playing like this. This is what they're doing, right? They see this, oh my God, I can be called a beta challenger, a beta pro, a beta king. And so now it's time to go crazy and we'll make any excuse to play like we do. So this is the first game post-patch, right? I've talked about all the broken stuff. Now I'm going to play a game regular. And you who have played goals or who haven't, watch this game and tell me where I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, say, hey, that game's in a great spot. You're crazy. And if it is, they did a great job with the patch. Good. We'll be done talking about this. But we're going to get right into it. And then I'll go play one game of eFootball, of UFL, and of FC. And I want you guys to be the judge, okay? Now, the choppiness you can still see. You can still see that choppiness. See, like, how do you get rid of that? Whether you call it stuttering or choppiness, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to make any comments. I'm going to just play. because I want you guys to truly be the judge and tell me if I'm crazy. And remember, this is not the goals devs. They're doing what they can to make the game better. It's literally the players. But the fact, they have to understand that, though. They have to understand that this is going to be how it's going to be. They have to understand that. Yeah, players kicking the ball at the wrong part of their foot. I know. And I'm not as worried about the animation parts because they wanted to make sure like the gameplay part was good, but you are right. There's several different areas like that where they got to make it look and feel sharper. Right? What the... Just too much goofy stuff now. And unless I just had a whole different mindset during alpha, it's like this is what it is. Everything is delayed. Everything is delayed. You can't kick it anymore. Look, you could see it on the kickoff. It's like the game's struggling to keep up. Now, before people say, oh, what if that's your setup? I showed it earlier. I'm going to show it for this because it's going to be a video. I can go play FC right now and not have this problem. It's just not there, is it? Like, you don't get that feel that you used to get. Do you guys? Like, it just feels like choppy. Like, I don't know. I want to play that ball through. I had highlights of doing that yesterday, though. That's the thing. But we were supposed to have gotten a patch that made this, like, a good game right now. Right? I couldn't even play the ball before he moved. And you could see it like stuttering. You could see it. This is not how the game felt before. I can barely get a pass off, bro, before he's all over me. Doro said the new patch is ass. Yeah, it's like people want me to lie, but then when I was supporting the game, they're like, bro, you're kissing this game's ass. I wasn't, though. I'm telling you, the game felt better. I do not know what the fuck they did. But I'm just telling the truth. Just like I was telling the truth. Look at this. This isn't football, bro. Dude, look at this. I mean, look, you think that's football? Everything's so slow and like nobody's gonna be playing this shit. I'm not making it up. Are you guys watching this thinking, oh, dude, this is fun. This looks fun. I played it late there, but guys, the through ball is not fixed. I'm telling you, watch. I'll do it the rest of the game. Watch, we're going to play broken shit. I'll do it the whole rest of the game. It's not fixed. Look, it targets. It still locks on. It's not fixed. Look at this shit. All he's doing is going... Yeah, they run away. I know. That's why players go side to side, because they run away. I'm not, like, people are going to act like, no matter what I say, or if you want to say I'm a hater, it's because of this or that. Dude, nobody's going to fucking play this game. That's just the truth, guys. It's just the truth. Nobody is going to play it. I know it is. Look at it. I mean, the game went to shit. Am I crazy? The alpha was not like this, was it? But... these people like Turbulence goes, oh, it's just because you lost. Oh, really, moron? Let's see what everybody thinks as they watch this. Then I'll play one game of each. And nobody in their right mind is going to look at this, and be like, oh, yeah, the alpha was just like this. No, this gameplay's gotten way worse. And then we'll play one game of each. And you guys tell me if I'm crazy. And you guys tell me if I'm crazy. It's just waiting. It's the same thing. I don't know. Look, look, look. Look at my defender. I thought they fixed the AI tracking, by the way. It's just garbage, bro. Look at my defender. Where was my center back going? Where are my defenders going, bro? Where are my defenders going? Okay, okay, I like that. It looked like they might have fixed that there. He held up. Either that or I might have played it wrong because I have so much delay right now. Look at that. Oh my god, I saw him do it, so I did it. All you gotta do is wait and just play a fucking... Look, hold on. All I did was wait a second like he did on his through ball and just played it straight, and it just went right by the defender. Right by the defender. Bro, since when? Since when? Since when? What did they do, man? What happened? So then Corb, who clearly is trying to be like win some Beta King thing, right? Is like, oh well, no, they just gotta balance it. They just got. What are you talking about, bro? He's like, they purposely left the lob through ball in there, knowing it was broken to get more data. What are you talking about? There's no way that that's the case, bro. There's no way he's talking out of his ass. Am I crazy, guys, or not? I mean, you guys tell me if I'm crazy. If this looks, and if this was the same as the alpha, then I'm sorry, because I must have been on drugs when I was saying it was good. By the way, it wasn't. The alpha was much better. All this choppiness was not there. These random balls. Look, they supposedly fixed that, but then of course you got a player that wants to win so bad, so he's going to use this, and that's what it's going to be every time. It's going to be this every time. I'm telling you guys. I can't switch. I can't switch to my right player. He tried to wait. All he had to do was keep going forward. I couldn't switch, but he didn't even realize it. Look, all you got to do is literally hold that down. All you got to do is hold down through ball. Jay Smith said this game seemed better when I was smoking crystal meth. Bro, you see? I don't know where that came from, but gave me a laugh. You guys probably think that that's what they'll do though. These other guys that are like, I guess, winning using these exploits and don't want to admit it's not a skilled football game. They like won't say it. You know what I mean? They won't. They'll be like, bro, what do you mean? You're just mad because, bro, what do you mean? I'm showcasing the game right now. You're telling me this looks like good football? Give me a break. Look, I'm just going to run in a straight line to goal. It's like, bro, this is not going to cut it, goals devs. What the fuck did I just... All you have to do is just run in a straight line. This is what's been happening all day today, guys. Go watch my goals galore from yesterday. It wasn't even like this. So what the fuck changed? And this stuttering just started too. So somebody's got to tell me what I'm missing here. I have a goals galore my first 4 games. And then I tried to blame. I even tried to even say maybe it's because I'm streaming, because that's happened in FC. But then I went and streamed FC and didn't have this problem. And didn't have this problem. Why did he do that skill move? What the? Oh! Oh, so unlucky, buddy. There's a through ball. You're telling me that's fixed? Oh, wait for the patch. Wait for the patch, man. You're just being a hater, man. You're just being a hater. Am I? I just don't get it. But, Phil, am I wrong, though? You guys tell me. You guys just saw the gameplay. You guys tell me. Now, I want to show you this Turbulence guy that tried to make every excuse in the book. Then I had Ronald. I don't think he was necessarily defending it, but let's see what he said. I'll let you read it yourselves. He was like, oh, the reason why people aren't on is because it's not the officials, not till 13th. And guys, who gives a shit? All I'm trying to say is that if you want more players to keep playing this game, and the goals devs, if they really want the game to be better, then they know that they see that I'm being honest. If someone tells me I'm wrong, I will understand and like show me where I'm wrong, please, because I want to be like. Nobody's gonna look at that gameplay, guys. That's what I was telling that Turbulence. Like, bro, you are thinking about this the wrong way. You're saying you're exploiting this because other top players are. This Corb's coming on saying, oh, well, they left that to get data, and it's only the beta, and this and that. And it's like, as these guys are using all this broken shit, nobody else is going to play. It's going to be this little tiny group of people, and the only people that want to play are the ones willing to waste their time, because you just seen the gameplay, right? If I go right now and turn on, hold on, I'll show you. If I go right now and I played a game earlier and turn on any other game and play a game, FIFA just declared war on EAFC. Oh no, that's Netflix. That's a Netflix game. That's never gonna work. eFootball. They're saying eFootball is bad right now. Okay, they're saying this is Indominator. Who, by the way, I messaged, like, he said he was going to give goals a try. I got Kevin Pedro in here, the former #1 in the world. I think he's like 8 in the world in goals right now. He was on earlier. He'll be back on probably, but so I'm like, you're talking to someone who's been promoting the game, wants to continue promoting it. But you've seen that game I just played. Even right now with this gameplay right here, which Indominator, just like me, has no problem telling the truth, whether the game's good or bad. Nobody's going to choose goals over this. And this game is in shambles. They have a literal smart assist where the AI does everything for you. But all you have to do is use your eyes and watch this. Now, what is the point of this? You have to steal at least some players or make players want to at least play your game and these games. Because goals, in every sense of the word, every sense of the definition, is a traditional football game. It is not in the category of rematch in that. It might look similar to those, but it's not. Right? And they aren't going for that. And the alpha really did showcase that. But the defense since alpha has been totally destroyed. The stuttery shit came out of nowhere, but let's just put that aside. The fact that the lob through ball, that they said that patch is released. Am I correct, guys? I'm not misspeaking. That patch is out now, or is it not released yet? Let's confirm that real quick. I truly hope that it hasn't been released yet. Hold on, let me pull up my Discord again. I truly hope that it hasn't been released yet. Let me see. He released it here. This is the update. Hotfix is now live. So it is. Now you read that. And you tell me where I'm wrong. They say they fixed this up apparently somewhere in there. I see where it says they fixed the defense and the AI. But you tell me where I'm wrong. You just seen the game. Fix free kick power, fix defensive AI, improved Tracking and reduce. Guys, am I crazy or did you just not watch me and my opponent did the same to me where we both just played a through ball and the defender just stopped? Even if we switched to the defender, they didn't track the opponent to where it would have mattered. The whole point of AI is because you can't control 11 players at once. If the defense doesn't track right, if they just stand there like they do right now in goals, you're going to see the goals like you saw scored in that game. Players are just going to run in a straight line, right? If all you have to do to get a defender out of position, AI defender out of position, is run to the sideline to get players to chase you and then turn around and play to the middle, the game becomes pointless. So, if I am mistaken, and this patch didn't do a damn thing, or sorry, if I'm mistaken and this patch fixed something, then the game I just played would have been way different. Am I correct? But this patch is live. I just played a game, and I saw nothing different. So, everyone was so mad at me for being so high on goals, but I never have seen the game in this place before. So now you're seeing my pure honesty. Because I don't care enough about... I have too much integrity to lie to you guys, bro. Like, I just couldn't do that and just be like, oh, crap, the game's bad. I got to turn this off. This isn't... Oh, well, guys, it's my console. Because remember, I blamed my PC before, but I wasn't lying. I literally thought that was my PC causing a lot of the shit. And I'm quickly realizing that this is just how the game is right now. But I was only playing bots because I could feel the stuttering, and I knew it wasn't normal for goals, right? So I only played bots on my laptop. But I want to know like what you guys think. Am I freaking crazy? Even if you don't watch my games, you go play yourself. But I just want to show you my examples. Never once did I say I'm the best player. I always talk about how good the top players and goals are and stuff. But this game ain't it. This game ain't... I don't even know why that touch went backwards right there. Look, I could still think he's going to be offsides, but I could still do this crap. I played it too late. But you'll see the heaviness. You'll see the stuttering from the players, bro. There's no way nobody's experiencing this. And it's... You know what I mean? Especially when I played FC and it was fine. Alright, good. I was able to switch my defender there. That's what you need to be able to do every time. I think I played that too late again. Yep. But you can see it's not fixed. Like, if I play that on time, I'm through. Oh, goddamn. What the fuck? Look, that's pure delay. It's pure delay. It's pure delay, guys. This Netcode, come on, man. Even if I don't say it, somebody's going to eventually say it. Like, I'm just being honest. Look, that's what I mean by no switching. You can't switch. See how long it took to switch my defenders? Now think about contrary to that. When I was playing FC, look how quickly I was able to switch my defenders up when I wanted to. That was my fault. I should have played his pass to his feet. And I could care less about like the looks and stuff. They can fix that later. Dear God. Holy goalie. What goalie have you ever seen throw the ball like that? I mean, look at this, bro. From a fucking... Look at that goalkeeper throw. I thought that was getting fixed too. Like, every single thing, dude. What goalkeeper have you ever seen throw a ball like that? Those are still broken. Look at this. Do you guys think that Goals is like a good game? Be honest. Like, as you're watching this, are you going, bro, I want to play this over UFL? I'm going to re-download UFL and try that. I tried FC earlier. It's a no-brainer. FC is a million times better right now. I just don't think anybody's going to argue that. But I'll play UFL 2. I'll play one game of each. Or you guys can go play it because, like, I want to know. And I literally did not feel this way during the alpha. So where the fuck did that change? Like, what the fuck happened? I was able to track that. Yeah, I know, dude. I know. Trust me. That's why I'm so pissed, bro. It's just totally... I mean, the defense is not... Look, there's no, like... There's just no tracking. There's no way. Once you switch to the defender, which takes forever, you're already through. So that's why you're seeing all these players just run through on goals. I'm not really worried about players right now, dude. I'm worried about what happened to the game. But how are players not seeing this? Or are they trying to say this was always like this and just people are now discovering this shit? Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Where did as soon as I switched off my center back, look where he went. Watch this highlight. Look at my center back. Bro, is that, like, who's going to play this? The input delay is held, Destrucciones. I mean, bro, nobody's going to play this. Dude, the minute I switched off my center back, he wasn't even a player anymore. Look at this. This ain't even football. It ain't even football, guys. How did he just steal the ball from behind me, by the way? This did not happen in the alpha was not like this, bro. It just wasn't. The alpha was not like this at all. I know. Simple. 100%. Look at this. What are you even going to do? But hey, just remember this video that I release. And then when we come back, if they don't fix this, but it's like the only thing I could think of is they pulled a UFL. They tried to fix so many things that along the way they broke just everything, right? Look at that. I couldn't even play out a wide open through ball, and I couldn't even play the ball before. Look at, you could see the heaviness. Look at, there's the broken through ball. I told you guys it was offsides, but you see what I'm saying? Nobody in their right mind is going to waste their time playing this right now. It's just the truth. Look at this shit. It's just a whole bunch of goofy shit. And then there's delay now. That was never here. You go to play a pass right now. Look at the defenders. Look at the defenders. They said this is fixed. Look at the highlight of this. Oh, that's a skill issue. Look at the gap. Look at the gap. Oh, look at the defenders. Oh, that's a skill issue. What the fuck is my center back doing? Nobody is going to be playing this game, bro. The game that I, quote-unquote, sucked off, as Travis said, was not like this, bro. Look at that delay, dude. Look at this. All you got to do is the same shit each time. It's just the dumbest thing. Ain't no way. I know, Iron Man. That's what I'm saying. People are crazy right now. And the people I'm talking to, by the way, are the people like Turbulence and them that are the culprits of using all these exploits and acting like this is normal. Like it's not just totally destroying the game. I mean, look at this. What the fuck? I didn't move my defenders to do any of that. They just aren't moving, bro. Nobody is playing this game going, oh, this is perfect. They have destroyed it. They have destroyed it. Look at this. Look what the game is. This is what you guys want to play? And this Enzo's probably like, what a goal, man. I was heads up. Yeah, because the delay's so bad now with the, oh yeah, the net code that supposedly was perfect. Well, then why is there delay? I'll go play an FC game after this. That's a through ball, by the way, that they just decided to... That was a lead pass to my player in front. I mean, bro, it's not even a game to where... Look at the players, bro. It's almost like you can't be good at football to be good at this game right now. Because it's not common sense. Like, look at how the passes and everything works. Yeah, who's saying UFL? Dude, UFL is not worse than how this state of... Bro, you're crazy. Come on. I said I would never lie to people. I'm not going to lie to people. There's no way you guys are watching. Look at where my defenders are. Watch this. Look at the space. Look at this. It doesn't even make sense. Look at the way the goals are. Look at the movement. Look at his defense. And I know I could be crossing the whole time. Oh my God. Yeah, so anyway, it doesn't matter. I could lie and suck up, like, as what Travis said, suck off the game. But no one's going to play this anyway, bro. It's like, it doesn't matter what I say. Nobody's going to play this. How would I shoot? How would a player behind me block the ball? Look at that. There it goes again. Then there's delay on the run afterwards, but it's like tackle-backs. It just, none of this was like this in the beta, bro. Or sorry, the alpha. Look at like the jitters. If people try to say this is the same, they're crazy. Look at my defense. Look at here. Hold on. Let's. So now I'm mainly marking here. But if he look, it's all the same thing, guys. It's all the same trash. I can't get rid of the ball because of the delay. How is that a perfect net code when I can't even play the ball out of the backfield? And the dude earlier was like, Turbulence is like, oh, you said I cheated. I'm saying that you guys take advantage. Like, you're looking at this and seeing like the delay that players have. And so instead of being like, oh, you're like taking a player and running around. Instead of like, see how I'm trying to mark the passing lanes and stuff? Because that's what? Football. So I didn't say like, oh, he brought up the term lag switching. No one said anything about lag switching. I said nobody's going to pick this game. So now I'm going to go play a game of FC. You guys just seen that. So while you guys watch that, okay, watching girls soccer night, you can win. I have a negative win rate in UFL and a positive win rate in goals. That's... Wait, Iron Man and Doro apparently don't like each other. But you guys coming from UFL, you guys always think that I'm just mean to UFL. Bro, UFL is 1,000% better than goals right now. They both suck, though, dude. We just got to be honest. I did not... Now, what the fuck happened is my biggest question. But Doro... That's not necessarily true. So I'm not defending Iron Man. I'm not defending Iron Man, Doro, but Goals has zero skill. Like you're watching it in the flesh. There's no skill to this game right now. The defense literally doesn't even exist. So I don't see how the issues with UFL with all the exploits and stuff. How could you say Goals is even a football game right now? The defense doesn't work, dude. I think people are missing that. Like, the defense does not work. So then you're like, oh, well, the other player's defense doesn't work too. Okay, is that going to be the excuse? Like, Do you, like, the whole point of this is, how are you going to get more than 400 people to play this game? How are you going to get, like, do you think anybody's going to be streaming this over FC, over anything else when the game is in this state? Fuck no. That's a good point. So Iron Man said, if goals take skill, the question is, what what makes goals good right now? Like, if you had to point to goals right there and say, dude, you gotta play goals, because when I was playing goals in the alpha, the you manually could switch your defenders. All this stutter shit didn't exist, right? You actually could control, and they still had the problems with like zigzag dribbling and stuff. Guys, I don't think you're understanding. The defense is literally broken. The lob through balls are still locking onto the player. You can just keep playing. So I don't understand what the fuck they did. I'm not a dev. I'm not somebody, but what happened to create this? Like, I could play 100 games in a row. I'm going to go show you guys again with FC. No, here. We'll play eFootball. Right, so Iron Man said I played UFL this morning, and he's not saying UFL is good, but a blind man could see it's better. And he's right, dude. I was saying all along, dogging, because look, the alpha didn't have any of this stuff. Again, if people are saying that, then they are just delusional, right? I'll give you guys another here. I want to show you guys this before I do this. Look at this. All right, fine. I got you, Iron Man. But let me show you guys this. Yes, this is yesterday. So I can show you what it's like when you don't have these, have like rat, but you're always going to have the rats. That's what the goals developers should have realized. And that wouldn't have fixed the defense that's broken. But let me show you guys. This is my goals galore from my first 4 games, which was yesterday. First 4 games in the alpha. Up till then, all I've been doing is promoting this game because the alpha was amazing. Oh, sorry, this is my first 4 games from yesterday, the open beta. Look at even the difference. I don't know if it's more players joining or what, but you're going to be able to see the highlights, and I'll let you listen to this, okay? 4 games in the book, making this the first choose the correct tackle, whether it's the auto tackle, clockwork. Watch the gameplay. Look at the defense. No, it was different even yesterday. Look. Tell they're on the right path. So getting look into at the defensive shape. And I have to start with saying all that time I spent breaking down formations in the closed beta, really studying. Guys, even the defensive shape. Suit my place out. It paid off. I chose. And then watch my goals too. You tell me if I score in any broken ways. You tell me if I'm not showing the game the right way. Like I was showing how good the stats are, how much they made sense. Look, but look at my defense though. We put 2 in the bag right away. Now we pull out. He's playing a 3-back, or if he's playing a 4-back, holy shit, it was just as bad yesterday. Or was he playing a 3-back? Let's keep looking. Let's see. No correction on your stances. You have the when you go to make tackles and goals, you don't have that. We knew the kickoff goals were scored a lot. You have auto correction on your stances. You have the ability. Look at the defense. Press the tackle button, and the AI will close down the distance. Not in goals. You have to position yourself the right way. You have to choose the correct tackle, whether it's the auto tackle. 5-1. There's a left center in. The right this dude quit after the first run of the game. Or playing give and goes up, back, and throughs with them making runs through are extremely deadly. Many times the opponent doesn't pick those up. Look at the defense. I didn't notice it. It was broken. Look. Guys, that's the exact thing from outside. This is what Turbulence did every time. I didn't even realize it. Look at the defense when I do this. Watch. Plug up the center of the pitch pretty well. Watch this game. Watch these highlights. I just didn't even realize it. Other than that, look at the defense. Dude, the game's broken. You have no chance. Your defense ain't even in any type of line. All you got to do is play one through ball. I was able to find space. I put away 1, 2, 3 very quickly, and that was all she wrote. But
I still took
What in the
opportunity
fuck
to
am I
run.
seeing
I
here, dude?
recognize the runs from my center mids,
And this is after the patch. The game that I just played is after the patch.
particularly the left and
It
right.
looks the exact same, does it not? Tell me if I'm wrong, please, man. I almost wish I was a bigger creator because I'd want to talk directly to like I would gladly talk to a dev, and if he told me you're an idiot, here's where the game's good, X, Y, and Z. Here's where you're wrong. Look at how good the defensive shape is here. Here's where the player's defending wrong. Or I would gladly go, guys, I'm dead wrong, dude. The game is amazing. Here's what I've been missing. But guys, I'm sorry. Dude, I mean, you guys are seeing this.
Outside center mids, right? There's 3 center
Off of a kickoff. What the fuck is his defense doing? What in the fuck am I watching? This was his kickoff.
mids in the 4-5-1. There's a left center mid, the right
And he
center
quits after this. I don't blame him.
and triggering runs from them.
I mean, bro, this ain't skill. This ain't... I mean, how did I not see this?
Or playing give and goes up, back, and throughs with them making runs through are extremely deadly. Many
Look at his defense. Look at the fucking defense. Now, they look actually marked right there somewhat, except for his 2 players standing in front of me. What are they doing? And then look where they go, though, guys. Look where they go.
times the
They run away from their marks. Now, forget about their marks. I got a ball. Look how I score this. I did not notice this. Probably because I was too worried about, like, recording the video.
opponent doesn't pick those
Look at this. And then I didn't even shoot because I thought that one defender was coming at me. Oh, my God. Oh, dude, we got to watch this. All right, here we go.
deadly. Many times the opponent doesn't pick those up.
Look at the defenders. They ran away.
But you still
And then almost look at my one player just standing right in my way.
have to mix up how you get the ball to those on
Yeah, dude.
left and right side center mids. If you just
Anybody wants to
trigger
tell
them,
me I'm wrong or oh it's because you lost. Okay, let's watch these highlights where I'm winning, and you show me where the fucking where I'm wrong at.
goals, you can literally make any
Like
formation.
even this video that I put out, I don't know if I just had tunnel vision or what, but I'm a complete idiot. Watch yourselves. Because in my head this whole time I'm like, they must have done a patch like last night or this morning, but I just did not see this shit.
This opponent
And I guess my opponents were so bad that I wasn't paying attention, you know? It's just like, get highlights, make a video, go to bed, you know?
is in
But look, although my defense looks... Hold on, let's look.
the 4-3-3 attack. What I believe is one of the strongest setups. Obviously, there's different versions of the 4-3-3. Definitely more strong.
I mean, yeah, I guess the
than
defense is
4-3-3
just as
setups
broken
are in
here.
any football game, and that's because of the 3 center mid.
You know what's not in this, though, is the game's not stuttering, dude. Notice the difference. That stuttering shit's gone. See, this is what I mean. So at least that changed. I see the defense is still broken. No cap, the defense is still broken. But without a doubt, that stuttering shit's not here last night. Dude, I just can't even understand how this is possible. Like, what the fuck did they do? The defense is always just fucked. So look at his defense here. So let's wait a sec. He's got the ball.
Which is why I chose the 4-5-1. It's just in the 4-5-1 I have 3 center mids, no attacking mids or defensive mids, which makes a difference. The CMs, they get all the way up and help in the attack, and all the way back and help in the defense.
All right. I mean, look at my striker. Oh, well, he's got to manually go over and cover him. No, dude. No. The 2 center backs, look where they're standing. The wing backs they're all out of fucking position. You need your players to at least be in their typical position or this game will never work.
Whereas, for instance,
Look at his players. This is what you're dealing with. This is 0 skill.
this player has an attacking mid, 2 wide forwards, and a striker. But then
Now, it might have looked uglier than shit, but if I wasn't a dummy or played the right pass, his defenders are fucked. They're still standing next to each other. Look at this.
defensively, he only has 2 CMs helping back instead of 3. And it absolutely makes
I did a first time skill move there. Holy shit, it was the same thing. But look, this is the stuff that made me like, these are the shorts I share. Like, you know how these players will just play over and over, and it's like they just want to win. They don't care about, like, they don't even look at the fact that the game looks like shit, right? But watch this.
he only has 2 CMs.
And watch
helping
this
back
end up being
instead of
broken
3.
too.
And it absolutely makes a difference. I mean,
Look. This is what I remember from the goals alpha. Like, this type of ability to have this type of vision. But is it just the defenders being broken? You be the judge.
see my first goal,
I recognize the run, and I played him through.
full through ball right past the center back. There was no defensive mids there.
So I love that ball. Now, maybe I'm wrong, and that's like the defense was broken there too, but I feel like that was a good look, a good ball ahead.
Or even center mids.
And his defense is actually all back there. Look, they're somewhat in shape,
Intercept that.
and it was just a good ball is how I looked at it, and I could be wrong. But you're telling me
Second goal, it was
that isn't a highlight that the goals devs would want people to see, as opposed to fucking that one I showed earlier with players all running to the side until they can loop back around to the middle once the defenders are all bunched up. Like, come on, bro. And where in that last game was the game improved? Like, if I'm missing it, please, dude.
Ever since my dermatologist recommended you drink Radiant Tone, I'm kind of obsessed with the results. I just keep getting better.
Taxes was chasing updates and getting nowhere. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert, doing it all for
that the goals development team will fix. But
So I don't know, man.
Look to blame.
What do you guys think? You guys be honest with me. So let me read what these guys now. See what really going on now. Hold on. Now you see what's really going on now. So hold on. You have blinders on. You are focused on breaking the formations down. I could just open packs in UFL all day and have more fun doing that. Like, what the hell? You could have more fun in opening packs in UFL than the gameplay and goals. Dude, I mean, he's not wrong, bro. You come on. I've been dogging UFL this whole time, but you gotta be honest. But you seen there where I showed the highlights. Like, what I'm looking for was good gameplay. Like, when you look at the goals, I'm not going for all the bullshit. And it does make the game slightly better. But when you're the small group of the world that will actually waste their time playing a game like this, they will go for the broken shit. But there's not enough players to drive the game, especially when you're promoting it as a full-on good football game, which is what it was during alpha. So I'm not saying they can't fix the defense. I'm not saying they can't fix the defense, bro. But they didn't. Go look at that last game. Tell me the defense is fixed. Go look at that last game, and you guys can keep playing too, but there's no way. He's a back 2 right now. Let me look. Oh, I think I moved it since Phil said that. Trying to catch up to the... So it's like, bro, as I'm showing this, how are players saying that this game is good right now?
Anybody else for your mistakes defensively in the attack? You just have to look where you can.
Okay, look, my defense is somewhat in better. They're in better shape there. Look at my defense here. Nothing like today, bro. Whatever today was, I don't even know. And then look, the stuttering's not in this, guys. Look for yourselves. I don't know if it's because when I was playing, it was later. There was less players on. No, it wasn't. It was like 7 p.m., I think. But look, all that stuttering's not there. Oh, then there it shows up. No, that was from the video. Watch. Look, the stuttering's not there. That was my opponent scoring on me.
But my opponent answers right back, and you got to see a little bit of that weak defense there. Now, that's not taking away from the passing from my opponent, and what I'm about to say isn't trying to make excuses. It's just a fact that...
What in the fuck is this? If you guys can't see what's wrong with this game from this pause right here, then I don't know what to tell you. Then maybe goals is the right game for you. How did that even get to there? Hold on. Okay, so we're here. I lose the ball. Okay.
defense there. Now, that's not taking away from the passing from my opponent, and what I'm about to say isn't trying to make excuses. It's just a fact that off the kickoff, based on the way players are positioned, there are a lot of goals being conceded. So you have to try to
I just
focus
don't see
after you
it.
score a goal to make sure you don't give up one right away. And the only way I found to do that is to try to take one of your attackers and close the gaps that aren't typically there. Your attackers position, there are a lot of goals being conceded. So you have to try to focus.
At least I mentioned this in this video. These were back and forth kickoff goals, which I remember Marceau saying these are broken. So I knew these were broken at least. So I was prepared for that. Like, okay, they can fix that. But we go back to back on kickoff goals. But it all comes down to the defensive shape. Look at it for yourselves.
After you score a goal to make sure you don't give up one right away. And the only way I found to do that,
It's just back and forth nonsense. It's like
try to take one
cones.
of your attackers and close the gaps that aren't typically there. It's something about kickoff, and we've seen this in other games too. Notoriously,
See, I'm talking about the
every year
kickoff.
in FC, all the way back to the field.
But dude, the space, the still defense doesn't look as bad yesterday's. And I'm not saying it wasn't. Some places it does, but look, at least there's somewhat of a shape.
FIFA days, they had to always nerf some type of kickoff glitch. Now, I believe the over-the-top through ball glitch is still there.
And I scored some good goals. Like, you'll see where you guys can challenge me on this. If I was playing a game like an absolute rat, I could. Look at the space here, guys. This is not going to work, man. If anybody knows football, they understand that. And I guarantee you, let's go see if Inception or Nick and them are screaming this and what they're saying. But they won't be like, they didn't play the game really. They played one day, so they might think this is how it was the whole time. But this wasn't how the game. Look at this, dude. Look at his defense. How did the defense even get like that? I mean, come on, guys.
Uses it, but that's especially dangerous off kickoffs. You have to watch that and perhaps switch to your center back and run backwards. So these are areas, without a doubt, the goals development team has to take care of. But again, in the meantime, you can't
Look how
just
much
make
faster
excuses.
you
have to
can
try-
play. You could definitely play faster, dude. I swear to God, it's related somehow. Like, this was still, there's issues here for sure, but this is still way better than the game today. I mean, you can see the difference. I'll play that last game here in a sec.
So as you've seen and you will continue to see in this game, sometimes we both score off of those kickoff goals.
There it is again. Now, I move my center back out, though. So, nope, scratch it. I move my center back out.
Sometimes we both stopped him. But at the beginning, I went down three
Oh.
different times. Defensively, I just had no
That's 100% on me, by the way. 0 on the game. I pull my defender. So, let's look. But the spacing's all jacked up to even get to that point in the first place.
opponent, and he wasn't doing anything special. Wasn't a bad player by any means, but my defense was terrible. You seen there another poor decision to
They said my defense was terrible, so it's not like I'm fucking delusional. I seen listen what I'm saying.
win the ball with a standing tackle when I wasn't in position to do so. So my player goes,
But then look at the other side. Like, it's like I'm saying my defense is terrible, right? But then I want to say like, okay, so maybe if you didn't pull your, but look at the space. This isn't fucking This isn't how it was at all in the alpha, bro. This isn't. The game would have been torched right from the start.
lunging
Look at this. I mean, this is too
for the
easy.
ball, totally misses. My opponent continues forward. Now I was lucky enough to recover there, but you can't make those types of mistakes. If you go for the ball, you have to make sure you are in a position to win it. And if you aren't, be patient, continue to jockey, and keep your opponent where you want them until you see that opening, and then make sure you select the right tackle and win the ball. Now, I know this is easier said than done, but that's literally what you have to do. So keep working on it, and as you improve, your results will improve. You see here, my opponent chose an example of what not to do. Goes for the ball with a midfielder and a defender at the wrong times, lunges in.
Yeah, dude, there ain't no way. So we saw UFC earlier. and now I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play one game, and you guys just seen it, and then I strongly challenge you guys to do this too. But when I did this during the alpha for goals, goals smashed every other game. Super responsive. I didn't even think about the spacing in the defense was perfect. Like it was fine. Like where in the fuck? We could sit here and try to lie and act like it's not, but bro, the numbers are not going to lie. You're not going to get people to play that game with how it is. Nobody outside of a couple hundred, couple thousand people would waste their time running sideways, running through huge gaps with one player. And you know what I mean? Like there isn't actual football going on in the game. So this is with smart assist in this game, guys, which is terrible. Like this game, you remember how much better FC looked at earlier? It's not even in a very good spot. I saw Boris put a thing up like the game doesn't feel very good. Right? So knowing that these games aren't in a good spot, goals has to at least be comparable, but you're going to see within 2 minutes that they're not even close. And it wasn't like that. Unless, I think Phil's saying that he always thought the game was bad. Is that what you're saying, Phil? But it was nowhere near this, dude. It was nowhere near this. That's why those scores, so many of those scores, if you go look at the scores, you got like 10-7, 9-6, 8-4, 12-3, 6 to, you see what I'm saying? Which would be fine if you were earning good goals and like it was worthy of it. And there is ways to score good goals, but you aren't going to get opponents that force the game to be good. And you can't even do that when there's such a gap in the defense. I guess they wanted to live up to the name of the game, just goals galore, no defense structure. Well, I came up with goals galore. They call it goals, but yeah. But you're saying, yeah, they just want it to be goals galore. I see what you mean. Hey, that was the name of that video. Goals galore. But it's supposed to be at least good goals. All right, so watch just the movement in the actual football. I think the player quit. No, he didn't. Okay. Watch the movement in the actual football. This is a game where the AI is doing half the shit for you. If they got rid of that, I've always said this would be the best. But right now they don't. They don't have it. It's a very good chance I'm playing a player that the AI will do everything. And still, though, you guys watch the movement, the difference here. There's no way. And then Iron Man wanted me to play one game of UFL, so I will do that too. I played the FC earlier. FC no contest is smoking everybody right now. That's just a fact. You pointed it out. Simple. Let me see. Okay, Smart Assist is off just so you guys can see. All right, let's go. But yeah, bro, it's like, I don't know, man. I think you did point that out, Simple, in my, I think that I remember that in the open or the closed beta. But it wasn't as bad as it is right now. And that's not even what I planned on pointing out. Like, I wanted to point out how these players, look at the title of the video. I wanted to point out how these players are ruining the game by doing what Turbulence said. Like, all the top players are using the exploits against each other. It's just how it is. It's like, okay, there you go. That's going to really make players want to play. But forget about all that, bro. The way the defense is, the way the game, like all that space, none of that matters because it's just not football. Look at the difference in the spacing. Look at my defense when I win the ball. Look at my AI. Look at their positioning. They're all in an actual defensive shape. I don't even know what you would call them in goals. Look, they're all back and ready to defend. Right? Now, I hate the AI stuff. That's where goals, like, just like UFL, like, I love, like, the fact that you have to manually, but you can't even manually defend because your defenders aren't even in shape. They're all running all over. There's huge holes. Just look at my back line right now. Look as I play the ball. Look, he'll win the ball. Now watch. Look where my defenders are, in shape. So now as I switch, I was actually there, right? In goals, that player would have went right through on goal and scored or had a way easier chance. The defenders aren't even in shape to where you can switch to them in goals and try to defend. And that was post-patch. Dude, I can't even tell you how like, it's unbelievable. I never expected this in a million years. I knew they had work to do and shit like that, of course. But how did it go so far backwards, dude? There's that stupid power-up shit in eFootball, but I got to remember with the sprint, it's just a whole different game. But anyways, you could see the point I'm trying to make. Like, nobody's going to choose to play goals over eFootball. Nobody's going to choose to play goals over UFL. I'll do UFL next, and I'll be dead honest. But as bad as UFL is, I don't remember them having such a bad, like, with a defensive shape like that and all that shit being exploitable. I mean, you guys saw the through balls. Even if they were balanced a little, they need to be balanced way more. At least UFL, it's like, dude, how can... UFL is such a shit game, but when you play lob through balls in UFL, they fix it. They hang up in the air. How can goals not fucking fix that? It's easy. You're still getting those perfect lob through balls into space. That's not gonna work. You can't have every through ball being played into fucking... that is perfect like that. You can't. See how my players like are in a position to actually like play. Look at their positioning. I can actually intercept. I'm not so far out of the play where I can't do anything. Oh no! Wrong player. That was almost perfect. Yeah, dude. It doesn't matter which football game it is, but I think you guys get the point I'm trying to make. It's not like Goals is going to create all new football players. For them to survive, they need at least some players to be willing to take their time away from other games and play this game. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't see where it's not. Like, you guys tell me you guys are seeing the gameplay. You guys tell me. We'll go one FC after this, and then one UFL. And then I'm going to post it as a video. Okay? And then you guys tell me where I'm wrong. And this is no Smart Assist. I showed you Smart Assist is off. So the defense is in better positioning. You're not seeing players just walk in freely because the defense is so out of position. You're not seeing random lunges because the net... By the way, if anybody's saying, oh, that's just your gameplay with Goals, it's not Goals. Look at how good this is. So eFootball, UFL, and FC, who have supposedly inferior netcodes and shit, Why are these games on my same system not stuttering and not playing worse than goals? Tell me that one. Someone answer that. I repeat, if it was my system, why is the stuttering not happening? Someone answer. Like, if I can get answers to these questions, bro, I've been supporting the shit out of goals. I want to be wrong, but no one can seem to give me answers. Dude, smart assist destruction. Smart assist, bro. Smart assist. AI's doing everything. Goals was supposed to be the game that stayed away from all the bullshit. But what the fuck did they do to their... They like just totally fucked the game. I never thought in a million years. And I want to know how. And are they going to own up to it? Like, if Andreas Thorstensen could get on and break down in any entire game, he could pick one and go, this is why goals is superior, what would he say? Up to this point, I can do that. I can go back to the alpha and show you the difference, by the way. Or you guys can go back and see yourself. The defense was nothing like it is. You didn't just have players that could walk up and score. Now, I do know that some players were talking about some of this, but it was not nearly as bad. And because of the manual ability, it was definitely intriguing because you don't have the AI doing everything. But if your positioning isn't even like your players are just lost, like they're literally glitched out, then why on earth would anybody play the game if you don't even have proper positioning? You see what I mean? Fuck, man, that sucks. Yeah, if anybody watches this video later as I chop it up, or even right now, if you guys have any explanation for it, but I did this exact same thing. I'm going to play UFL next, and then FC. I'll leave one game of each, and then you guys tell me if I'm crazy, if I'm right, or if I'm wrong. But the stuff that you can exploit in goals right now, as well as the stuff that you can exploit in goals, as well as the way, like, just the defenses. Look, see that? Like, it's not like how goals, you guys have done so many amazing things. How can you not figure this out? Did you guys see how there was proper defense there? As you saw, no smart assist turned on, no smart assist on. So why? Like, I feel like they even had that. I don't remember that being an issue. Oh man, I shouldn't have pulled them up. I don't remember that being an issue in the alpha. I remember the lob through ball being an issue. I don't remember being able to just hold down the through ball on the ground and then your defenders just cook because they're not in good position. Do you guys remember that? If so, tell me. I don't remember where the defense is all just jacked up to where, like, if you right now, if you try to even play football with any type of, like, trying to keep it skill based or like regular football, you get cooked. It's just all bullshit. You're either dribbling side to side, lob through ball, spamming through balls forward. Try to do a skill move there. I did the wrong one. Fuck, I gotta re-download UFL though, guys. I don't know how long that will take. I could do it while I'm playing FC. I should have already started it. That was my fault. But I'm gonna give it a fair shake. I'll give it a fair shake. Yeah. If you're a spokesperson right now for goals, how are you going to get people to play goals over this based on just like gameplay? I just don't see it. If it was when it was the alpha, I could see it being like, well, it does look better. Yeah, you get to use all the real players, but look at how much the AI is doing for you. Oh, I thought he was going to run right by me. Look at how much the AI is doing for you in this game. In goals, it's all you. As long as you have the knowledge and the ability to mark the passing lanes manually, make runs, trigger the right runs attacking, right? You're going to do great. It all comes down to skill. Well, what would you say now? Like, hey, it's fun because the defense doesn't exist. You score a lot more goals, you know? Like, everything in goals was you created, but I don't remember any of this fucking, all this crazy shit. I don't remember any time the game's stuttering like that. I remember a few games feeling heavier where I'm like, you can't say it's perfect. It's way better connection, but not perfect. But nothing like this shit right now. Like, go back and just watch the highlights of my games with, you can see as the ball travels on the ground, you can see it's just like, every other game right now has been, like better connection, whatever you want to call it, than goals. I wanted to try that fairy guy. Just all right, Ebro, win this. How much you want to bet he turned smart assist on? Stupid pass. But look at my defensive shape. Look at my defensive shape. Right? He played a good ball. He beat me there, but my defenders weren't like way out left, way out right. So when I take them over, they're in the right spot. Like, so my biggest question then would be this. Like, okay, you've pointed this stuff out. So now you're not supporting goals as much, but why? Like, so you guys got to understand. When players go to choose a football game, that's what matters. It doesn't matter if they get 20 people who are willing to waste their time doing this to like lie and say the game's not that bad or whatever. It's about the other players that are going to be needed to make this game last. Like, there's going to be need to be, and they're always, you know, that was always the thing. There's no doubt in their meetings, they know they're going to need at least some of these players. If they don't totally play goals into like no other game but goals, they're going to at least need some to play goals and the other football game. You see what I'm saying? And I say that because think about it. If not, and they were still going to have a healthy player number to make the game last, then they're going to need to make gamers that come out of nowhere, even if they don't play football, right? Which we know isn't going to happen. The players who are going to play a football game are going to be football gamers that play UFL, eFootball, and FC. That's just a fact, right? The players who play goals are going to have came from another game. They're either going to quit those games and play goals, or they're going to play goals and whatever game they're playing, whichever way, right? All right, there's that. I'll download UFL, and then I'll leave each of the games up. Man, my throat's so dry. Sorry if I'm just keep clearing my throat. Damn, I'm so disappointed right now, bro. I know a lot of content creators would have just bullshitted, especially after how much I supported the game. And dude, the Goals devs have done such a good job. I just can't figure this out in my head. I wish I could like somehow know, bro. Like, how did the defense get to the state that it is? How did we get to the point where the open beta is out and you got players that are running from the center of the pitch they're running from the center of the pitch all the way through on goal, and the center backs are just fucking way off in East Jesus. The center mids, even like the way the midfielders, they aren't even getting back like they normally do. So all you have is this huge gap. You just have this huge gap. God dang, man. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Phil, it's crazy. And again, I know that you've never been a big fan of the game, I could tell. But it's without a doubt taken this crazy turn, like without a doubt. Like it's not even anywhere close to what it was in alpha, and I can't see how they could fuck up that bad. All right, let's download UFL. So in the chat, we had a couple people going at it because Iron Man was saying, bro, you got to be real. Like, there's no way you're going to say Goals is still better than UFL at this point. And to be honest, I have to agree with him, but I haven't played in a while, so let's see. And you guys can use your eyes and see for yourself too. So this might take a little bit to download. But while it does, I'll play one more game of FC just so in this video we have every single one. Yeah. And that's why I want this documented, because I'm going to put it up down the road. Because I was hoping that once that patch came, that they posted on my Discord, which I'll show you right here, right? Just to put it up again to refresh your memory. This is what the patch said. So when I played that last game of Goals that's on this stream / what's going to be a video, this is what they said they fixed. Read the defensive AI. Improved tracking, reduced wings folding, improved marking assignment. Bro, the way that game played, that last game, forget about the rest. The last game was a post-patch. Really what it looks like they did is said, remove tracking, said fuck marking assignment, don't worry about it. That's what it should read. Gameplay, remove force trap direction in duels. Advantage rule now applies team-wide. Sliding shots capped at 5 meters from goal. So that's the one where they automatically slide it and it goes in the corner. Overhauled the animations for lofted pass. No idea. I guess that's supposed to take away lock on. I don't know. Reduced follow through on low power passes. Yet when I talk about the stuttering and like the delay in passing today, when you go in and I showcase that gameplay earlier from yesterday, it was nothing. Earlier in this video I showcased. Go look at my Goals Galore video from yesterday and compare it to that game from this video today, or any games I played today. You can go look at the previous stream. Right? And unless I'm the only player in the world that cares about defensive shape, like having the game feel as good as they said it was going to, as good as it felt in alpha. Unless I'm the only player in the world that cares about this, then it won't matter if I say this or not, because when players play the game, they're going to feel this, and that's going to be all she wrote, dude. It's just a fact. Not being a dick, this actually sucks. But it's going to take me, I'll play one game in each of these. It's not even going to take a whole game. You guys can watch 5 minutes of goals, 5 minutes of each other game, or if you've been playing it even quicker, and you can see the difference. Now watch the defenders, the positioning, the movement, right? My team's way, way under the power curve, and I want to point that out for one reason. In FC, that shit usually matters for like everything from like agility, speed, dribbling. Everything is sharper as you go up with players. Like play styles, they have 2, 3 instead of 1, even though they made play styles apparently not as important. But it doesn't matter. I could have a complete silver team, complete bronze team even, and you'll still be able to see the difference in the gameplay. And then hopefully by the time I'm done, I can get a game of UFL in. I'm going to look up that player that I beat 5-2 earlier, too. There's a player in goals that I beat earlier, and he was good, dude. He was actually whooping my ass and the much better player. And I was down 2-1, and then literally, it's like he couldn't get the ball off his foot. Every goal I scored after that was him either kicking it to me, because it was like took him forever to get the ball off his foot, and I would run in and score, or I would steal it off of his player. And that's exactly how I was feeling against these other opponents. I guarantee he was feeling that versus me. I guarantee it. Actually, I'm not going to use player lock because you don't have that in the other game, so I don't want to give an unfair advantage. Oh! What a goal. Oh! Spoke too soon. Oh! Yeah, it might take longer to download. If it does, it does. I don't think there's any question with eFootball and FC that they're both better. But you could argue, well, they were better than goals the whole time. Okay. But now they're much better. But I wouldn't even have argued that they were better. I could have showed you gameplay where it's like, look, no AI control. This is all me. That's why this is better. Look at the positioning. Yeah, I know like all the players are like sitting back, but at least the positioning, like I'd rather have that than no defenders back where the opponent just, I mean, dude, you don't even have a chance anymore. Or you got to kind of get lucky. Damn it. Look at the defense. Look at the defense. This is how defense should look, guys. Defense should be back. Look at his defense now. Oh. Del Pete. And that turbulence dude would be like, play these games in, bro. You just don't got the skill to play. You don't got the skill to play goals. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, if you think it's about that, then you're just lying to yourself. If you think what you're doing in goals is football at all, then I guess it's no wonder that some games survive with like 1,000 people, because there's people that are that delusional. But based on Kurt and like just there's no way goals is meaning for that to be the case. Like you could tell as UFL was failing, they started leaning into it. If you remember that they had the big heading issue and they released a special Luca card to like feed in to the bullshit because they couldn't get it out of the game. It was like, if you can't beat them, join them. So they like started leaning into the rat shit. But there's no way goals is about that. So like I feel for their devs too, because I know for a fact the goals devs see what I'm talking about. Of course they cannot just come on and be like, guys, our game fucking sucks right now. Of course not. But that's why you have content creators that aren't bullshitters like some of these guys. Because like you just look into what I'm saying. Just do it yourself. Look into the movement. Look into the gameplay frame by frame. And then you tell me if I'm right or wrong. Yeah, dude, it's just not even close. Just not even close. What was your point, Iron Man? I'm sorry. I've been saying so much shit. Yeah, trust me, I wish I was better at being eloquent where I could like where when I'm trying to say something I'll have a hard time, especially when I'm playing. That's why I said the other day about streaming. Like it's hard for me because like I'll say something, I know what I want to say, but it's like getting, oh my god, dude. But it's like getting my point across in the right way. So I'll either over explain or I won't say it in the right words. Like that turbulence dude started messaging me like, bro, I can't believe you said I'm a lag switcher. It's like, I don't think those words ever came out of my mouth. I said, look what he does. Like, I can't switch my players, and he's just dribbling from left to right until I'm stuck on a defender way in East Jesus, and he can just literally walk in and get a goal. I was like, this is some bullshit. Like, it's not even playing football. And he used the words lag switch. Like, bro, no. But if you're using something, I can't believe I'm tied right now. If you're using something in a game that you know isn't football, like if right now I could shoot the ball and score, just like and I just keep doing that over and over because I know it's broken. That is a cheat. You can call whatever you want, but that's what it is, right? Oh, UFL's ready. Hell yeah. It's the same thing, okay? It is the exact same thing as dribbling a ball left and right across the field, right? Until because you know the defenders are going to be fucked up. You see what I mean? Like, it's the exact same thing. Yes! Goal! And I remember too, when I was playing these games, they were so fucked before. The only game I had fun with was goals. And now, bro, every one of these games has been more fun because they're actual football. And I'm playing like shit in each one. It's like I'm playing good. Missing a million chances, like, oh man, how did they go in such a bad direction, bro? Defense gets back to form so you can switch to whoever you want so you can win back if you need not. Defense running away from the play. The defense gets back into form so you can switch to whoever you want so you can win back possession. Yes. When the defense runs away from the play. Exactly, Iron Man. They're so widespread and out of shape that you can't even switch and like defend properly. And so what happens is, like, notice if I dribble from here all the way to the left side of the field, his defenders are going to stay in shape. In goals, they don't. They all start spreading out. And so what players like Turbulence do, okay, is they get the ball from the right, then they go to the left, and then they turn back around. And now in goals, the defense would all be pushed over, and then they would play right here and go through that big gap. But notice you can't do that in FC, and you couldn't do it in eFootball, and you can't do it. Just like you can't play the lob through ball. You see what I mean? Like, in the goals team has shown in several different areas that they're smarter, like the anti-time wasting, the ball sticking to the defender so you can't, so the bounce back, so there's no bounce backs. Now they've even came up with a solution for the tackle backs where the player stumbles. All that's brilliant, right? But what the fuck did they do to get to this point especially with the defensive movement? And then the stuttering. No one's answered the stuttering part too. Like, I know you guys can see how much more smooth this is than goals. When I was playing goals, it was so offsides. It's gotta be offsides, right? No! I suck, dude. I keep letting this goddamn player back in. Not that I like care. I'm not going for the win, but it's just that competitive side. I heard that it's still the same meta where you just like park the bus and apparently it is. I did a spin move. There's a tackle back for you. No. See, that's what I heard happens now too. It's like the same meta, but it's still like, bro, the defenders are at least still there. Aren't crosses kind of broken right now too? Oh my god. Oh, come to. Oh, you got too excited. Oh, I wanted to squeeze out. Would have been sick. Good D. Look at this. Oh no, that was supposed to go all the way across. You're in. Oh. You little bitch. Look at that, bro. Yeah, man. Come on. It's just not even It's not even a comparison. You can actually defend in this game. No way. Oh my god, how? I know, isn't that funny? They're all running all the way. The one time I switched away from my center back and he started running to the sideline, bro. And that was after the patch. That was that last game. bro. Oh. That little goalkeeper movement. What the fuck did you just do, boy? Good D. See, you can actually defend, bro. Isn't that crazy? Idiot. Oh my god, and it worked for him. Look at that. Come on. Oh my god, did that really just happen? Look at that. Van de Ven's a beast, bro. Dude, the park the bus is crazy. I just lost the game like that. But it's you see where the game's better than goals, but you see where it's a joke. Like the players just park the bus. So you see where it's good and bad, but you see why like that's where you'd have to make a decision. So you get players like this that just get their ass whooped and park the bus. But it's still, you be the judge. Like people watching this are no doubt gonna be like, fuck FC because of that reason. Like that player sucked. He just sat back and then played through balls. I get it, bro. There's no doubt in my mind. Like if you look at the stats, let's look at them. Like I get that players like that, like it's the same thing. You would look at that player and say he's the FC version of like that Turbulence dude, right? No doubt about it. But at least there's defending. Like these are this type of stats you see. And it was no doubt my fault. Like it was my first FC game in a while. But these type of people exist. That's what the goals devs don't seem to realize, bro. These type of people will still spend their time playing. And if you don't come into the mindset of that with the game, Konami releases that statement where it said, Smart Assist was made for lower beginner level players that wanted to compete at the game but didn't have time or ability to learn. However, the amount of players using Smart Assist in Divisions 1, they pointed it out, Divisions 1 through 3, has brought it to our attention that we need to make a change, as this was not what it's intended for. Why they wouldn't just know that players are going to do that, that's that either they're that naive or they're lying and they just are covering their tracks and they wanted players to use it, so now they would buy players. Like, oh, I can compete now. I used to not be able to compete. Now I got Smart Assist, so now they're buying players because now it's like, I can actually win, guys. Just like these goals players that are ignoring how broken the game is so they can get some stupid Discord patch that says Beta King on it. So they're sitting there playing fucking lob through ball and side-to-side glitch goals while their defense is just running all over the place. They're acting like the game is okay. You know what I mean? Like, nobody is going to play that. So, yes, I get it. That was like, look how that player played. But you're not going to look at that and say, I'm playing goals instead. That's the whole point of this. Goals has no chance if every game that you can play other than it is way more fun, way better, way like, their whole thing was they were going to be the game without all the bullshit. No play styles, no this. It was going to be all about your decision making, your skill. Well, you never said that you were going to make the AI literally sped to where that you to where you don't even have a defense. Nobody said that. All right, one game of UFL, then I'm going to wrap it up. When I release this video, I'm going to do the gameplay for each game. And I'm going to put like 2 minutes of goals, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. And it will keep switching. Okay? And everyone who you know, like, cares about which game, you know, cares about this topic, can watch for yourselves. For anybody who thinks, no, you're wrong, goals isn't as bad as you're saying, it's just like, you'll have a chance to watch and show me where I'm wrong. You see, you get the point? All right, moment of truth. The one game that people are saying maybe this version of goals has a chance with. Yeah, sped, exactly. Yeah. This is Boris Legend, isn't it? Is it Boris? Boris, you're 16 and 14. What? I don't know, dude. I think goals might be... All right, let's see. And you guys know how much I can't stand this game and their development company. Seems like far shots are still a little bad, but bro, look at the defense. I mean, just that one picture is all you need to see. I mean, come on, guys. There's no comparison. Goals did something fucked up to their positioning, dude. And that's how I know that Alpha was better, because nobody would be playing... Nobody would have played the goals alpha. I wouldn't even have played it longer than one game. I would have been like, yeah, what the fuck? Not a chance. The one thing I'll say about eFootball that's better than the other two, though, this park the bus shit that's plaguing both eFootball and or FC and UFL, it doesn't exist. I like the left sticks, feels better in this game, though. The left stick feels better, but all I'm seeing is players parking the bus. In this NFC. Dude, how is a Smart Assist game potentially the best? I'll let people judge in the comments, but how is a Smart Assist game potentially... How can they say UFL's the worst? I know, Iron Man, that's... Guys, that's a complete lie. If I sat here and told you goals is better than this game right now. Now, alpha, yes, bro. Go back and look for yourselves. I should put a goals alpha and a goals beta game. That's what I'll do. I'll put a goals alpha. But they have the same problem as FC. This park the bus is just brutal, bro. But this is the type of areas where goals was crushing the game. Why did they like fuck it all up like they did? Whoa, I didn't mean to pull him up like that. Whoa. That was a little goofy. It's definitely eFootball than FC than UFL. But UFL is way better than goals right now. It's just the truth. It's definitely... But I can't even believe that eFootball... Bro, but the reason why is... Think about in eFootball. There was no park the bus plaguing the game. Right? By the way, out of all these games, notice there's no stuttering. That's only in goals, guys. Even if it's just people in my area and Europe's not feeling it, bro. Because I didn't have it yesterday either. The whole point of goals, whole netcode thing was why would it even happen, period? If it was my system, we'd feel it in both. I would feel the delay in eFootball, UFL, and FC just like goals, but it was only in goals that problem existed. Holy shit, you're wide open. Oh, look, the players are all positioned right. Yeah, it's not even close, bro. It's not even close. Oh, get in. Why did he run to the side of it? The dribbling feels way better. Did they fix the left stick? Dude. What in the fuck, bro? So the football gods are playing a sick joke on me. Every one of these games has improved. Problem with UFL is the algorithm is terrible in servers, and last but not least, the rats who abuse the stuff that makes the game easier. Yeah, this... I don't know, man. I feel like this is maybe even tied with FC, dude. I'm trying to be completely fair. I mean, you guys are watching everything, too. It's not just my opinion. In fact, what you guys like to play is what matters. So, like, if I'm wrong about goals, by all means play it, bro. You guys have seen how much time and energy I've been putting into backing that game because of how good the damn alpha was. I mean, bro... And guys, I didn't see any of this shit till today, and it's like, but if we knew to expect that, how did the goals devs not know to expect this? The more players, the more problems, bro. The more money we come across, the more problems we see. You know what I mean? I want from no one, they want from me. It's like the more problems it's like the more money we come across, the more problems we see. But look how broken this is with the parking the bus. FC's in the same boat. And as long as you have these fucking dweebs that will spend their time wasting their time parking the bus, you're going to have to put UFL, or you're going to have to put eFootball as the king of football games right now, guys. That's just the truth. And that's a game with smart assists that I was saying it should be considered disqualified. Oh, what a save! It's definitely improved. The park the bus is terrible, though, bro. The park the bus is killing the vibes. Oh, see, there's a magnetized auto pass, by the way. It went right by his player to mine. Oh, here's the dribbles. Here's the dribbles. Inline. Whoa, there's that delay, guys. There's that delay. Fuck. Get out of here. Oh, what the... Yes! Oh no, I wanted to go outside more. Mother trucker. Haha. Oh no! Oh, that could have screwed me. Come on, Vinny. Oh, they nerfed those, I see. Look Look at the responsiveness of the player switching, bro. It's all like it's switched on its head. All of them are better now than goals. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, foul, okay. Nice, Iron Man. I mean, Phil, I'm not like... Dude. In the back of my mind, I'm hoping some dev goes, hey, motherfucker, you said that all wrong. You just dogged the game out, bro. Look, this is why this is like this. And all you had to do was this. And the game's good. And you just didn't do this right. Like, dude, I swear to God, I'll praise the heavens if that happens. And I'll release a video like... Guys, I'm an idiot. This is the reason why all the defenders were running out wide. Like, I know there's no chance in that because, like, it's just not even a comparison, dude. The game is, like, whatever they did. But I was thinking maybe it was, like, not the game and it was a glitch because... Oh, my God. Because, because of the stutters, like, oh, that was just reacting that way because the game's jacked up. You know what I mean? So you can't play lob through balls. Look at that. What a ball. You're in. Oh! What should I low crossed it there? Yes! Oh! Oh! Oh my God. Yeah, guys, so now you got to see every game. I'm going to end this stream. By the way, something that dipshits like Corb can't steal. I don't know if you guys saw what happened here, but though I got to share this with you. And I'm not that mad, but I guessed who it was, and that's why I got to point this out. So I won a video clip contest, right? The best goal or whatever. It was a goal con. You submitted your goals. You submitted your goals, okay? You submitted your goals on the Discord, right? And so I participated in this contest. And as I'm talking about the game showing like that, guys, we're in dire straits. I'm not even thinking about the rewards part, okay? I got to share this with you. And I accidentally opened this up. This is from the Goals dev that runs the Discord. She gives me this code because I won. He or she, sorry. I don't know why I said she. They gave me this code that I could put in because I won a player. This dipshit Corb goes and steals the player. And it's just like, bro, I wouldn't even think about that. Like, if a game was shit, I would be thinking about, God, it needs to improve for me to play it. Like, am I crazy for saying that? Like, I could see if I had thousands of people and there's always going to be that one weirdo. But, like, I know all you guys are cool as shit. Am I wrong for thinking, like, dude, that's the losers that are in that group that's ruining goals? Like, am I wrong for thinking that or no? Like, I could see if I was Nick run the foot market and he's got this up and he's got all different types. He might have some 10-year-old kids like, oh my God, I'm going to steal Nick's player. But the fact that all of us are like grown working men and shit, it's like, I won a contest off of a goal that I submitted. I don't know which clip it was. Right? And this motherfucker goes and steals the code for a broken game. Isn't that goofy or is that just me? So, I don't know, man. I just can't. Oh, look. Can be noticed daily in the Discord. That's a pillar of our goals. You can read BDS daily here, but how about hearing directly from him about what our vision is for the beta? So you guys watch this, And this dude is cool as fuck. I want to point something out. This dude is badass. I know, Iron Man, isn't that silly, bro? And the funny thing is when it happened, I realized who was in my stream since it was goals. This is the sad part. And this is where I feel bad for guys like Andreas Sorensen. The guy you see on screen, he's the founder. The dude is badass. So connected to the community. Busting his ass. Like, always like, dude, I feel for him. But when you have that group, like it's just like they attracted the wrong type, because they released this challenge and then he's out communicating with people, and he's thinking like, oh, these guys can compete and really show what goals is all about. You know that his mind's in the right fucking place. But you got all these same idiots that I'm talking about, the same ones that are abused. They're the ones that are going after because they want to win something so bad. So they're using the lob through ball glitch, and that's the guy who put in the Discord this stupid shit. I mean, read this comment. Is all you have to do. All the top players abuse this stuff. And against you, I only had one lofted through, which is the broken thing. And I can see those all the time because, of course, I'm a top player and all the top players use them, right? It's just, and by the way, he didn't even consider or talk about that side-to-side stuff. And I go, bro, you didn't even talk about running side to the side. You literally are the one who showed me that. And then I used it the next 2 games and showed exactly what you did. And it worked every time. He goes, well, you're the first person to bring that up. What does that have to do with anything? You can use your eyes and see where the game's fucked when you do that. So what does it have to do if I'm the only one who called you out? Does that make it I'm the only one who called you out about the lofted through balls too, but yet you're using them? so if no one calls you out, they're not exploits, dipshit. So these are the type of players. So don't get me wrong. I'm glad, like, the development team, as bad as the game is right now, I know their mind's in the right place. I know they mean well. It's just something they fucking did has wrecked the defense. I have faith that they can fix it. But you have to call a spade, bro. And I can't sit here and act like goals is still the best, because then no one would believe me. Like, I'm not spineless. I'm not going to lie to you guys or go, holy shit, this game's bad right now. And then message somebody later like, bro, I'm going to say I'm sick or something and not play goals because it is bad right now. If I play this, people aren't going to, like, I'm just going to be honest. But I do feel bad. You know what I mean? So the players can just watch these games themselves and then they're going to see, you know what I mean? Like, we've been through this with UFL. Remember when I was, remember when I went through this and I was like, UFL is going to be struggling. As you see, it is. And it's much better now than it was, but it's still, I mean, you see the issues. And not one of these games was anywhere close to as low as goals is. So they can say, oh, you're mad because you lost. You're mad because of this. Oh, but all players are going to do is play the game, and then they're going to see it themselves. I mean, you're talking about people who have nothing better to do with their time. They're not making a single cent. That saw a chance to be called. I'll read the title to you. You're talking about guys who are putting, and I'll show you how I know. Look at this. Look at this. So you see the bank. Oh my God, I can be called a beta king, a beta challenger. And remember all the people I told you. The Corb dude who's like, oh my God, I'm going to steal somebody else. I suck too bad to score a goal and win a contest, but I'm going to steal someone's player. Oh my God, I'm going to use every glitch because I want to be a beta king. I want to be a beta pro. I want to be a beta king. And if you think that I'm lying about it's those guys who care, think of who I talked about, Corb and Turbulence. Now let's go here and look. Oh, wait. Corb, first one in here. He's dying to get that. You see what I'm saying? Oh, wait. That's not all. Turbulence. And there's only like, what? 9, 10 people so far. It's the same exact few people. It's the same ones that are using the broken shit. That are, you know what I mean? I mean, guys, do the math. Anybody who's watching this can go back and see. Do you think that's a coincidence? And they're like, we don't care about that, bro. We're just playing. Okay. But yet, you don't create content. You don't do anything else besides coming to this goal shit. And then you're going crazy using glitches that you admit are broken shit. That you say, and I quote, I'm using it because the other players are using it. It does need to be removed, but yet you're still using it in game. Make it make sense. Nobody in the world would ever argue that. Like, these are just facts. It's just like with the Pantera thing where I showed the video that the random player sent me. He's actually a cool dude, but he sent me it where he did the disconnect glitch. And people were like, well, how do you know the game didn't just randomly kick the dude off right after he happened to score and go up to win the game? It's like, if you want to believe that, go ahead. If you want to believe that, even though we know about that same glitch, we've known about it for months in UFL, and the game didn't just randomly shut down after Pantera went down 1-0, as the player, literally the ball hit the net, boom, disconnects, kicks the dude out. He doesn't get the credit. If you want to believe that, no, that was literally the craziest coincidence and the timing and everything, then go ahead. But this isn't even like that. This is a dude literally admitting all the top players abuse this stuff. So they're admitting that shit's broken, right? They're admitting that shit's broken. You see it right here. But because all the top players are using it. So you do the math. You guys watch this and play all the games. You guys go play goals. Nobody's going to fucking... It's like, it's obvious. It's not like you can just make this up and like, bro, maybe you were just showing the games where the players were moving their defenders out of the way. No, I mean, you can go play. People are going to play themselves. This same thing happened with UFL. And then as everyone played it, you seen 100 comments that were the same exact thing. But the truth is the truth. This is the best game right now. UFL and FC are better because you can't have a... Goals can't compete when it looks like it does. It's playing super glitchy. It's playing super clunky. I mean, it doesn't matter. You could show any gameplay right now, and with the defense moving like it is, nobody's going to take the game seriously. So, anyway, I'll chop the video down. I'll put one game of each, and then you tell me. You know what I mean? But this group of 10, 20 people that are willing to like just... They're if you don't think that they're destroying the game, this group of 10, 20 people, this is my message to goals developers. You watch their gameplay, which, none of them create content. Okay. You watch one of them streams, which he actually doesn't play like trash, but go look at all the same 20 players. And then you tell me, out of all those, you can see the names, see how they play. You tell me how the game's going to spread, like who is going to play beyond that. I mean, look at these highlights. It's the same exact group, the same thing every single time. Admitting that these players, when you see the top players, it's these same ones that are in that stream. This guy, Destructionos, says that people in a stream are talking about me. It's the same people that he says all the top players abuse this stuff. If you go look at the top players, it's these same people that this Destructionos is talking about. If the goals devs can't do the math, right, and see that and then like fix it, they're going to be stuck with these same 1,000 players, just like happened with UFL. And next thing you know, the game's either going to have to rely on just being that battle for last place game, or they're going to have to make a huge change. So we'll see what they do. But they're stuck in this, like, they're stuck in a bad spot right now. But if you can go play goals and enjoy it, by all means, enjoy it, right? If you can actually go play it, and leave in the comment section if I'm wrong. I'm going to post each of the games up, and then we'll see. But let me see the content real quick. Let's look at this. There is $0 to be made from, like, how can I say this? All right. For this game to actually have players, right? Let's say 17,000. 17,000 watched their gameplay trailer. The open beta is open to everybody. If FC opened their open beta to everybody, how many people do you think would be playing? Right? Now, this is who's spreading the game so far. Hold on, I'll show you. This is who we're talking about here. Guys. This is who we're talking about. Why are we even talking about this guy? If Goals is going to survive, it needs more than this. If Goals is talking about... So, because someone's in the stream like, wait a second, Marceau said you're wrong. The game's great. Bro. Okay. I'm glad he can get to so many people and save the game. But the bottom line is, you need someone to actually show people where the game is good. And I'm not seeing it. And if I could, where can I see it at? And I got to be able to see it where everybody else is. Because as far as I know, if you look at content, if you go through Goals, let's click on the actual game. Okay? Let's click on the actual game. Here, let's do it this way. If we're talking about the actual game and where other players can talk about how good or bad the game is, right? Because the game's got to spread. We want more players. If players are having a bad experience, like all of us, where can you go to actually see that, oh, here's the explanation. Here, Goals is a good game. Well, let's look. Let's go to Goals real quick. So somebody said Marceau, I just showed you. He's got about his mom and his 3 cousins that watch him. But this is the Goals channel, right? What do you notice on here, guys? What do you notice on here? I don't see Marceau anywhere. I see Nick and Inception each made 1 video apiece. Right? I see Elias. And then I see me. Right? Inception made 2, Nick made 1. So I don't see Marceau anywhere. Oh, here he is. Here. Oh, is this how we're going to see Goals is a good game? So my whole point is, Goals is not made for 1 person, 10 people, 50 people. Am I right? If I'm wrong, tell me. If they're making this game to please 30 people, even 3,000 people, and that's all they need is 3,000. There you go. Exactly. Where can you go to watch these bum asses, dude? You can't. So why would anybody give a shit what they think? I'm showing the game, and then people can see for themselves. No one gives a shit about some dude streaming to 30 people, because the game needs way more than that. Like, bro, if you add up the views, and luckily, dude, the only reason I feel bad is because I probably gave up a lot of people's hopes, but I have faith in the Goals development team still. I just know that they're going to have to work extra hard to fix whatever it is that ruined their defense, right? Because we all seen that. I mean, a blind person can see the problems. And then you're going to have to try to work around these players that are literally, whether they see it or not, going to chase away players and ruin the game. Any of us at UFL have seen the exact same thing with all these same types of players. We've all seen it, bro. So if you add up all these views promoting the game, you need other people doing this with the new version, showing where it's worth playing goals when the defenders are all over the place, when you just run into each other with the stuttering shit that came out of nowhere. And nobody's going to back a game when it's looking like it is. No one's going to go to some stream with 10 people and say, oh, well, this Marceau guy said it's good. No one gives a shit about him already, dude. I've been back when somebody lied about something about him, right? And that was wrong. That person was a piece of crap, which I got rid of them right away. I called it out. I corrected it. Tried to even showcase this dude on my thing. And it's not... there's no way, because I wanted more people to play the game. But if you're telling me, oh, well, this guy's saying the game's good and this guy's saying you're wrong, where the fuck are they, dude? And how can you watch that gameplay that I just showed, even from this Goals Galore video, after I went back and really watched the defenders? How are you going to tell me, right, that I'm wrong when we go through this gameplay? And this is before I even recognize this shit. Look at yourself. This is when I'm winning, guys. How are you going to tell me that anybody's going to choose this? Hold on, let me pull it up. How are you going to tell me that anybody's going to choose this, bro? If you can, go ahead. Look at this. Look. Look. It has nothing to do with defending. So you see what I'm saying? So for one, you need someone that talks to more than 20 people ever, because we need, if you want people to play goals, right? When you go to goals and look at the most popular videos under goals the game, nobody, like, that's not going to work. You need way more people. Do they think that the goals devs are going to make a game for 20 people to sit there and fucking run side to side and do lofted through ball glitches? No. For this game to work, you guys tell me if I'm right or wrong. Give me a number of how many people you guys think the game needs for the goals devs to make enough money to keep making the game, to keep moving forward. How many, what are the numbers? You guys tell me. And then you guys just see me play one of each game. Oh, I don't know how to defend. And by the way, let's just say I don't. Pretty sure this is a defense positioning problem. I'm pretty sure you're going to have a hard time convincing people when this is how every fucking goal looks. Players just run in with a million miles of space because pretty sure, oh, look, Marceau's going to watch this goal and be like, oh, this is your opponent's defense problem. I'm guessing this off of what this destruction guy's saying. But is he going to watch this and say, oh, you have to learn to defend. Goals is a great game. Like, look at this. Now I just think that, are you guys bullshitting me? Where is it great? I'd be lying to you if I said, look at this skilled goal. Look where the defenders are, bro. Oh, is he going to say, oh, your opponent doesn't know how to defend? Look at this, guys. Look where all the defenders are. Is he supposed to control all four of them? Phil said, I haven't even played one half of goals and I can tell it's bad. I know. You could tell from pausing this video that it's bad. So I don't care about what one dude, he could be streaming instead of 100 people, which I don't even think that he is. He could be streaming to 1 million and it wouldn't matter because anybody would watch this compared to every other game, not just this one goal. Go to any of it. And if you hear what I'm talking about, I actually say, like, I'm talking about, that's what the point was. It's like, I'm rusty. I need to work on this, this, and this. I never once thought in a million years, I just thought these opponents were bad. But I never once thought in a million years that the positioning would be this fucked up. I mean, look at this is a whole new opponent. Look at their positioning.
But the effectiveness was there, and if you see how shielding works in game, it made sense. Now, speaking of shielding, I just have a quick question. Did they remove shielding? If they did, I definitely missed where they announced that. But I will say when I
There's
was
no
using
way
it,
you guys are
I
serious.
thought it got nerfed to the ground. Whether they did remove it or it was nerfed, since, like I just said, you couldn't really tell.
There's no way.
animation or how the player looked didn't really represent a player shielding the ball. You could just tell when you missed a tackle. So whether they nerfed it or removed it, I mean,
Oh,
either way,
yeah.
it was a good
Oh,
call. It was
yeah.
way too overpowered. I am just
Me
curious
and my
to know
opponent. And then
because I
you-
didn't
you'll
see
watch-
anywhere. I just heard from someone in my.
You'll watch
So if you
you'll
know, leave
watch
in
the
the
top
comment
players,
section
you'll watch
if
any
you
player. It has nothing to do with it.
As we head in.
If you guys didn't notice the positioning all throughout there, and you're gonna say, "Oh, that's skill defend," or
mistakes.
you need
Defense
skill to
skill,
defend.
attack. You
Look
just
at
have
the
to look at what you can
players.
improve,
Look
and
at
then,
the
of course,
space. Look at they
as
don't
win the
follow.
game, which of course they will. You
And you'll hear me. Listen to what I say here.
will just be that much stronger.
Listen.
You see here where I get a quick goal, but my opponent answers right back, and you got to see a little bit of that weak defense there. Now,
Did you
that's
hear
not-
me say it? I said you got to see a little bit of my weak defense there. It has nothing to do. You can be the best defender or the worst defender. When you have players that are so out of whack, and then we still haven't talked about the stuttering, and then I play every other game and it's fine. Other players that at the end of the day, this is all it comes down to is other players are going to play either this or UFL or eFootball or FC. You can have any player you want try to lie or be delusional because they aren't good at any other football game or because they feel like that's going to make them look better to the devs or whatever. But anybody with eyes is going to watch this and see the truth. It has nothing to do with me. I could be sitting there and saying goals is amazing like I have been doing when literally I felt that way. And everybody would pause the game at these different points and go, what the fuck am I playing? What am I watching? So, I mean, there's literally nothing more to say. You either have a brain or you don't. You're going to watch each of these games, and then the point is one of us has a choice to play any of these games. Every one of these games besides FC is free to download. Goals has to beat 2 other free to download games. Then they have to beat 3 other games, potentially 4, right? If the FIFA shit comes through. And with the current state, they aren't going to beat anybody. So if Marceau and these guys think it's a skill thing and want to sit there between the 40 of them and think that the goals development team, which is probably bigger than 40 people or maybe at 40, if they think that that goals team is sitting there going, hey guys, we're all good. We don't need to fix anything because Marceau says it's skill defending that can fix this. As you watch, like it's skill defending as you watch. You guys just saw this game. I'll go to this game, that last game. As you watch a player dribble from midfield and there's a huge hole in the defense. You watch players just drive to the end line and then score open nets because the defense collapses on the goal line and you can just play it across. Okay, so then let's watch the numbers if I'm wrong. Now I hope the goals devs... True, because I know they don't think that, by the way. That's sarcastic. I know they're not going, oh, we're okay. They're working on fixing this. But if they don't, you guys watch the numbers yourself. The game will crash and burn. If they do fix this stuff, the game will go all the way to the top like I've been saying. It's as simple as that. It's just a true or false thing. You either believe it or you don't. If you can enjoy goals, though, and you think that it's great how it is, enjoy it while it lasts. But don't get mad at me for speaking the facts. Look at everybody's comments and then look at the numbers as you go. Remember, every person out there can be playing goals right now. Everybody. Start reading the comments, start looking at the numbers, and just start preparing. Because if the game continues how it is, you're going to be lucky to get 1,000 players. That's just a fact. So let me know in the comment section if you agreed or disagree. And I will catch you guys later. Phil, I'll be hopping on. We'll get some eFootball games and shit like that. Because I saw where Phil, you said I was looking forward to be on your team. Because my boy Phil has hated this game since day one. But I could never get him to play. But I was super fucking high on it. And then the open beta came and we finally today was probably either today or it might have been this weekend. I got Kevin Pedro over. I got the #1 player in UFL to come over. Using my tactics, he's at the very top of these rankings, beating all these idiots that are talking shit, by the way. And you're talking You're talking about someone who's spent. I mean, go look at the amount of videos I've released. I want this game to succeed, dude. But you can't lie. Otherwise, what's the point? People would see right through it anyway. So, anyway, you guys enjoy. Let me know.